I'm Molly the Bible Noob, and I am reading the Bible for the first time, and I'm taking you along for the ride. So let's start with checking in with my progress. These are the books that I've read so far in the Bible and which ones I'm currently reading. In this series, we're currently in the book of Mark, so let's dive right into chapter 3. Before we get started, I want to make a little quick asterisk here. I am by no means the expert here. Again, this is my first time reading the Bible. I would love for you guys to hop in the comments and steer me in other directions if you feel like I'm veering off in the wrong way. If you have more insight to contribute, please comment below. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on it. Don't be taking my words as like, oh, this is what they meant by this. No. This is just how I'm interpreting it. So let's start with my takeaway number 1, which is airplane windows versus office windows. In chapter 3, verses 1 through 6, Jesus is going to heal a man on the Sabbath. Now, the Sabbath was given to us by God. It was a gift. It's our day of rest. And what a great God it is that He gave us a day of rest. Even He rested when He made the earth the first 6 days. He made the whole place, and then He rested on the 7th day. So what the Pharisees, which were the leaders at the time, what they did was they implemented all these rules on the Sabbath. Can't do this. So what they took as a gift, they made it a burden to us. Jesus healing someone on the Sabbath was a big no-no. You're supposed to rest on the Sabbath. You're not supposed to do any work, which includes healing people. What they did was they literally sat back and watched Jesus on the Sabbath. No one went up to him and was like, hey, Jesus, this is not okay. We don't do this on the Sabbath. You're not supposed to work. God said don't work. They just sat back and, as they say, let him hang himself. They were just like, we're gonna just see how this plays out. Oh, he's doing it. Oh, he's doing it. Now we're gonna get him because he did it. He broke the rules. They were not a fan of him because he was humiliating them. He was showing them up. He was basically showing that their power was useless because the only power is God's. So after Jesus heals the man on the Sabbath, immediately the Pharisees went out and started plotting with the Herodians, I think that's how you say that, against him, how they might kill him.
There's always one guy with the bright idea, and I could just hear him say, I've got an idea, why don't we just kill him? That'll shut him up.
They just went straight in there. We're gonna set him up to fail, we're gonna watch him fail, and now we have the excuse we need to kill him. What do I mean by airplane windows versus office windows? The Pharisees were so in their own world that they couldn't see the big picture. When you're looking out of an airplane window, you're able to see vast amounts of land. You're able to see just this huge picture of the world that you have never seen before because you're so high up. On the other hand, there's office windows. So when you're sitting in an office and you're looking out, you're able to see the people on the streets walking. You're able to see the cars driving, what color the car is. So you're able to see really up close and in the details. What the Pharisees were unable to do was to see both pictures. They were only looking at one. They couldn't see the trees through the forest, or the forest through the trees, what's that say? They couldn't see past themselves. If they would have just gone to Jesus and said, hey, this isn't what we do on the Sabbath, He would have been able to correct them and explain what the Sabbath was actually for, and that yes, you can heal on the Sabbath. This is such human nature that when you dislike someone, you're just ready for them to fail. You want them to fail. Your desire is for them to fail, when in reality, all that you're doing is making yourself fail. So that was my big takeaway from that passage. Takeaway number 2, desperation leaves no doubt. So one thing that's becoming common is that the demons and the unclean spirits have zero doubt who Jesus is. Anytime Jesus comes around, they are begging, pleading Him to just leave them alone. They know who He is. He is the Son of God. There's zero doubt. They are desperate for Him to just turn the other way. Please don't cast us away. Please don't kill us. There is no doubt in their head who He is. What they say in verse 11 is, whenever the unclean spirits saw Him, they fell down before Him and cried out, "You are the Son of God." And He would strongly warn them not to make Him known. The demons and all the desperate people, they all have no doubt who Jesus is. He is the Son of God. But the people that should have no doubt, the Pharisees, the scribes, the ones that have been studying for so long, waiting for the Messiah to come, now that He's come, all they can do is doubt Him. So in verse 22, they say, the scribes who had come down from Jerusalem said, He is possessed by Beelzebul. Beelzebul. Help me with that one. And he drives out demons by the ruler of the demons. And they're basically saying he uses Satan to drive out Satan, which He's like, no, that's not even a possibility. That makes no sense. How can Satan drive out himself? Why would he want to do that? He'd want to force himself, not drive himself out. So he's just telling them over and over, it is me. This is God doing this. This is not Satan doing this. This is not me doing this. This is God. He's the one that's driving all these things out. You have all read this. You know this. Why aren't you believing what you know? And I think part of that is because they're, one, not desperate, and they also have a lot of power, and they're going to lose it if he's real. So they're looking at the wrong thing instead of looking up. My next takeaway is there's more than one possible meaning. So there was a verse in here that really got my attention and really got me questioning. And it was, Jesus entered a house and the crowd gathered again so that they were not even able to eat. When his family heard this, they set out to restrain him because they said he's out of his mind. Now, when I heard his family say he's out of his mind, this just doesn't feel on brand for his family, if that makes sense. What do you like? They've been so supportive of him and now they're saying that he's out of his mind. Where is the doubt coming in for them? So I went to my commentary, which I have this long, the big book. It's the New Matthew Henry commentary. Now, this is amazing because it just gives you a lot more perspective and background into each of the verses of the Bible and the stories. So I opened that up, and what I found that was interesting is in the original text, the words that were used could have a different meaning. So when they say he's out of his mind, they use the word called exist, which could also mean he faints, he passes out. He had no time to eat bread, and so his strength will fail him. He will suffocate in the crowd of people. He will therefore use friendly force to give him some breathing room. So this is basically saying, his family was saying, he's gonna pass out. Y'all need to back off. He needs to eat something. He needs room to breathe. But Jesus knew that God was gonna take care of him. He knew that he didn't need all these things, and he assured his family. But that felt more on brand to me than it did he's out of his mind, which again could have the same meaning. But when I heard if they said he's gonna pass out versus he's out of his mind, that felt more correct. It's a debate of to which is the right translation, but I'm glad that there's the option of those. And my final takeaway from this chapter was, can we choose our families? So in verse 32 it says, a crowd was sitting around him and told him, look, your mother and brothers and your sisters are outside asking for you. He replied to them, who are my mother and brothers? Looking at those sitting in a circle around him, he said, here are my mother and my brothers. Whoever does the will of God is my brother and my sister and my mother. Although yes, he has his mom who gave birth to him with his siblings and all that, but that is not who his family is. His family is whoever does the will of God. That's his family. He is the Son of God, so I have a lot of questions in here. So please comment below because I have so many questions. So is this in the literal sense because he's the Son of God? Those aren't actually his brothers and sisters and all that. So he's just like, because I'm the Son of God, anyone who believes in God is my brother and sister? Or is he saying it in a more broad sense, like all of us who follow God and do God's word, are we all brothers and sisters because of that? It just got me thinking a little bit, and it still has me thinking a bit, and even as I'm recording this, I'm a little confused by it. So help me out. Drop comments below. Also in this, he names his 12 apostles, which one thing that I found in that was that they're called apostles. I thought that they were all disciples, but no, the 12 that followed him closely that were in the circle, they were called apostles. He also renamed them. Why? Do you know? Please tell me. Why did he do that? Now this was a question that popped in my head a lot. It seems like anytime he heals someone or casts out a demon, he tells them, don't let anyone know that it's me. I think that's part of him wanting to fulfill the prophecy. I just wonder why people couldn't know. And that kind of wraps up chapter 3 for me. Please help a girl out. Comment anything below that will help me on my journey. Please give any insight if you had more takeaways. If you know more than I do, please educate me. That's why we're all here. So we'll see you for chapter 4.